Hey there guys, it's Joe with Sloppy Joe's Shred Check, and today we're going to be doing a review on a Reverend Guitars Billy Corgan signature model. Let's see what I think about this particular instrument. Alright, welcome back to the Shred Check. Now, if you haven't seen my face before, welcome to the Shred Check. It's nice to have you, and welcome to the sloppiest guitar channel on YouTube. And if you have seen my face before, and you haven't clicked subscribe yet, come on, bud. You gotta get on that. Guys, if you haven't clicked subscribe yet, definitely do so because it makes me feel good on the inside. Also, hit that bell notification so you can follow me in all of the upcoming videos. But anyways, I digress. What do we got? We got this beautiful piece of gear. This is awesome. Why? I'm a giant Smashing Pumpkins fan. Now, I haven't been, too up to date on the anything after Zeitgeist, to be totally honest with you. I've listened to the albums, but I haven't really fallen in love with them. But needless to say, I am a giant Billy Corgan fan, even though he has some really strange views on a lot of things. But it doesn't matter because his guitar is gorgeous and it has a lot of really awesome specs. So I'm just gonna hurry up and run through the gamut of stuff here. I'm probably gonna miss a few things, but you'll get the point. If you're looking for, more information on this thing, definitely click the links below and go look there. Lastly, I definitely want to thank Bruce from Good Times Music for letting me demo his equipment. He just let me steal this guitar off the wall when I was like, hey Bruce, I want to take a look at that. And he said, okay, why not? Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, let's go through this. Alder body. We got a 25.5-inch scale here. Now, the cool thing about the neck is that it's roasted maple. And this is the first time I've ever honestly played a roasted maple neck. Why does this make me excited? Well, first off, I love maple neck guitars. A majority of my guitars are solid maple. I like that. But on top of that, it's got these big medium jumbo frets on here. Big fan of those. Locking tuners, and as you can tell, we got the Billy Corgan little signature there. I'm assuming that's probably not a real signature. It doesn't look like it, but it's still kind of fun. And then it's got the serial number written on there. It's got this nifty little string tree, very, very fun. Beautiful, beautiful logo on there. I got a bonite nut or something like that. Basically a synthetic bone. Now, this guitar is also chambered. Hence why there's I believe this is aluminum. It feels like aluminum. I haven't really done too much research into that, but it's a chambered body here, so it definitely resonates really, really well. Something that I'm not used to with electric guitars, so that was kind of fun when I got to feel that. It's got a three-way switch. Now this is a volume, a tone, and this bottom one here is a bass contour knob. So what it kind of does is it kind of subtly sucks out the extreme bottom end, depending on what kind of application that you're using. Something that would be really good for that is like, if you're playing at home, you just crank up the bass. If you want more of like a woolly kind of low end, you crank that up. And if you're in the band setting and you want to cut through, turn that thing off and suck out all that low end so you're not mudding everything else up. Now the cool thing is that this body also has some wings on it. So as you can see here, it's raised in the middle, and then you got thinner chambered wings, which definitely relieves some of the weight of this guitar. I got a string through body, as you can tell there, and then it's got a 6-bolt neck plate. And the cool thing is, I don't know, this is just little details that I thoroughly enjoy, but this jack, it's kind of cool looking. It's got like a little design on the input jack. And then finally, it's got the Railhammer Billy Corgan signature pickups. Now, what I'm told about these pickups from kind of what I've been reading and kind of what I was feeling when I was playing this, as you can tell, there's a rail right here, and then you got slugs. Rail slugs. Now, on another Reverend that I've seen recently, it has 2 rails and 2 sets of slugs. I'm assuming, from what I can really kind of gather here, is that it's supposed to have more of like a hybrid single coil humbucker sound, because if anyone knows anything about Billy Corgan, he's well known for using Strats, which are obviously, at least the ones that he was using, were single coil guitars. But the cool thing is that these are hum canceling. They kind of like fall somewhere in between. They have like the punch of a humbucker, but like the brilliance and the high end of a single coil. And lastly, there's a treble bleed circuit on this guitar right here. So what is a treble bleed circuit? Though it's really cool. So typically, you know, if you have a guitar without a treble bleed circuit, when you roll that volume down, some of the high end gets cut off a little bit. When you have a treble bleed circuit, that high end stays there. I'll kind of show you right here real quick. So this is the volume all the way up. Now I'm going to roll it about halfway down. Roll it a little bit more. And you can hear how that high end is still there. It doesn't lose any presence whatsoever. So that's kind of nice. Now I'll just turn it barely on. I don't think you can hear that. Let's turn it up a little bit more. So it doesn't lose any of the brilliance. So that's really probably one of the coolest functions of this guitar. I have treble bleed circuits on all of my guitars because I like being able to have that kind of dynamic with my volume knob. Now, this guitar also has a 12-inch radius fretboard, so so let's think here. It's definitely more flat than a Fender, a little bit more round than an Ibanez, but a 12-inch radius, I believe, is a Gibson radius, or the standard Gibson radius. So it's actually pretty nice and flat. I like that, but it still feels really, really easy to chord on. The one thing that I do enjoy about this instrument is that I was able to get this action extremely low. So it is a great playing guitar. 10 out of 10 Reverend. This is a wonderful instrument. I wasn't expecting very much. You know, I was like, it's a signature model. Yeah, they're just trying to sell a guitar here. This is a quality instrument, and honestly, like, I was thinking about buying this. Like, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful guitar. The cool thing, another cool thing, is that if you're looking to get those Billy Corgan type sounds, you can kind of get the whole gamut of Billy Corgan with this guitar. You can get the single coil, the Gish ears, and then you can get the newer stuff too with this guitar. So it covers all the bases, and it sounds awesome, to say the least. One thing that I was absolutely impressed with, though, was its ability to kind of have a very wide variety of sounds. So if you're looking for a video where I kind of go through a lot of tones, this isn't the video. I do have a part 1 of this. It's just a raw playthrough. I talk for like the first minute and a half, and then I just whip into 7 to 8 minutes of just playing the guitar through a bunch of different patches on my Helix, and it sounds awesome. This is just me more kind of talking about the positives and negatives of this guitar. So who would I recommend this to? Duh, Billy Corgan fans. But you know, honestly, anyone that's looking to play alternative rock, heavier stuff especially, Smashing Pumpkins is known for their high gain sound, you know, with fuzz and different things like that, and just really crushing amplifiers. This guitar is definitely on the hot side. So definitely, you know, if you're looking to play some heavier alternative alternative rock. You know, heck, I think even in the playthrough I was doing some little like math rock tappy riffs. It sounds great for that too. This is a great overall instrument. Just because it has Billy Corgan's signature on it does not mean that you have to only play alt rock and, you know, goth rock, different things like that. This thing can hold its own in a lot of different respects. I am a huge fan of this guitar right now. I highly recommend it to honestly anyone. I mean, you could get some pretty funky tones, and you can also get some really good, heavy tones out of this thing. But yeah, I highly recommend this guitar. Now, the only real downfall that I found on this thing was that the switch kind of felt really stiff. I mean, it's solid, don't get me wrong, but it's just not something that I'm used to. But outside of that, that's literally the only thing I don't like about it, the switch. And that's great to say about a guitar. I've had guitars in my possession where I'm like, this whole thing is a pile of garbage. How the heck am I going to even talk about it? This guitar, though, this is a wonderful piece of gear. Now, you're going to notice that there's a matte finish on this thing. I believe this is like a deep sea blue. I forget the exact name. Now, with matte finish guitars, remember, you're not going to be able to keep this thing shiny forever. It's going to stay pretty matte. It's not going to get that ultra glossy finish, but you know, with time, your oils and playing a lot, it is going to make it a little fingerprinty. Now, how do we get rid of the light fingerprints? Luckily, I have a video on that in my channel. Go back. It's called Caring for Your Kiesel Part 1, How to Clean a Matte Finish. You can find all my little tips there on how to clean a matte finish. It's really easy, really cheap, and really inexpensive. So don't be intimidated by the matte finish. If anything, it makes it play a little bit smoother. Your fatty arms don't get stuck on it like me. So anyways, I love this guitar. It's a 10 out of 10. No, that's not a 10 out of 10. But I will say that it's a 9.2 out of 10. It's a great instrument, and if you're looking to get one of these, and the reason you're watching this video is to kind of see, you know, someone's take on it, well, guess what? You should probably buy it because it's a great instrument if you're really truly interested in this thing. Now, if you're looking to buy it, I got links in the description below, so definitely go click those. Anyways, so if you like this, you know, content that I'm putting out here, definitely click subscribe, smash that bell notification, and follow me in all of the upcoming videos. Now, you can hit me up on Facebook. Just pretend this is a keyboard and type it into your browser, you turkey, or hit me up on Instagram at sloppyjoes_shredcheck. But anyways, I'm Joe. This is a Reverend Billy Corgan signature guitar. I highly recommend it. I think you should, at the bare minimum, try it out because it's a beautiful piece of gear. Anyways, later!